Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm Dr. Yoshiyahu Dawid Ben Israel, and I am Morehyosh at the Awakening Remnant Coalition, called by Abba to be a seer for the house of Israel. And what do I see? Zion, I see that we are truly living in the last day. This is the end of time. These are the last days, Zion. Don't get that, boy, don't get that mistaken. Understand something. When we look at this world today and we line up what's happening in this world with what the Bible, the Holy Bible, that we have had in our possession for hundreds of years, thousands of years, everything in that Bible is being fulfilled to the letter. Don't let nobody fool you. There is no book in the world. There is no book on earth. There has never been a book. There is not one now, and there will not be a book written tomorrow that will be able to do what Torah does. Because Torah, the Bible, the word of Yah, his instructions to us, our holy manuscript. I've said this so many times, it's not established on earth. It's not from here. It's from over yonder. Abba Yah has given us his word, and it's established in heaven, always has been, always will be. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people are finding a lot of books today and they want to compare them to the Bible. Y'all need to stop it. One of the few people that have actually been through our Holy Bible several times, hundreds of times, and now going through it slow. There is no book like our book, especially, I mean, in every way, but especially in the area of prophecy. Do not underestimate the power of prophecy. And the reason why our Bible is so powerful when it comes to prophecy, one, Yah wrote it, and so Yah he inspired our ancestors to give us the record, and then he put his reputation on it. He said, I can speak those things which are not as though they are. I can literally tell you the end out of the beginning. And so when we look at these last days, and I know every generation says that, no man, every generation says we living in the last days. Let me tell y'all something. The reason why these days are more, biblically speaking, when we start talking about accuracy of the Torah, one of the things, technology that we have now is just now catching up to prophecy. Talk more. I said the technology that we have is just now catching up to prophecy. When the end of days were prophesied by Yahachanan. Get it straight. His name is not John, but we have to say that because people don't know him by his original Hebrew name, Yahachanan. He spoke of things, not just him, but he spoke of things in the Revelation that were not possible because technology wasn't there. And so when you read things, you read things like, every eye will see him. How? Back in the day. No, technology had to make it to where an event can take place and everybody in the world can see the same event at the same time. That's the time we're living in now. Without having a mark, a certain kind of mark, globally you won't be able to buy and sell. Okay, well then, how was that possible when back in the day, how were they going to mark you? How would they know? How would they know? It took technology to get to the point to where they're able to track your buying and your spending and things like that. And that's through digital currency that we use today, credit cards and all that kind of stuff, right? Technology had to catch up to that. We weren't there yet, but we're there now. That knowledge would increase. And of course now, really to get any answer to any question that you ever want to ask in life, all you gotta do is holler, you know what, and pick up that, it's not a crystal ball now, it's a crystal square, or a crystal rectangle. All you gotta do is pick up your little crystal rectangle, which is interesting because me and Javon were talking and he said this. He said, and you do know that it literally got a crystal in it. That's how it works. So you pick up your little crystal tablet and you can talk to it and ask any question you want. Knowledge is increasing. And these are the last days. Mankind is weaker as physically and humanly speaking, weaker, but more wise. But the wisdom of today is a wisdom to evil. It's not a wisdom to righteousness. It's a wisdom to evil. And our prophets all speak about that, especially our major prophets. When I say major, I just mean the bigger books. What was I? Oh, I'm talking about in these last days, right? So these wars that we are fighting, I shouldn't even say we, the wars that the beast is fighting, these beast wars, they are not accidental. I'm gonna put that out to the whole world. You ain't gotta believe them over, you better listen though. These wars are not accidental. These wars are orchestrated. These wars were planned by people in very high places. Now, I'm going to just tell you who it is because don't nobody act like they know. It's the beast. We're operating in a beast system. And there are rulers of this beast system. And they control both sides of every war, both sides of every conflict, both sides of every election, both sides of every coup, both sides of every coronation. They control the world. It is the beast. I mentioned this yesterday, and I said if I get some time, I'm gonna finish what I started yesterday. I was telling you all how everybody's talking about, oh, is this the what they say? Is this Babylon, the whore of the Revelation? And they was talking about Vanilla that come up out of India running for president. So now all of a sudden they looking for a harlot. and couldn't tell, but I straightened them out yesterday, that the United Snakes have been a whore daughter of the whore that sits upon many waters. That's not a secret. People should have been knowing it, especially the way they treated us. I'm not going over that again. But everything that this nation has participated in from its origin lines up exactly with all of the things that the Bible says the beast would do to us. They've done it to us. And I'm talking about everything. And it's really, it's worse. But I'm not gonna go back over that one. But I wanna talk about this plan. This plan, these wars and in this plan. This is something that didn't come up yesterday. They didn't just accidentally, like end up in a war. It's not the way it works. These things are systematically thought out and planned out. And it was planned a long time ago. There's research out there that proves it. That there is I can't forget this one point I got to bring up too about this beast being two. But in the back in the day before World War I, there were plans for World War I, World War II, and World War III. And if you do the research, you're going to find certain fellows that put these things together and then implemented them into such a way that the world is exactly where it is. And this is what they wanted the world to be looking like at the end. It's a satanic organization. And it's not a conspiracy theory. I was talking to Iran earlier about that. It's not a conspiracy theory. These are people who have been used by Hasatan to conspire against humanity. And they've been doing it for a while. Now, I want to talk about these wars, right? And what they are doing. Not only are they polarizing everyone, but if you notice, everything in the world now is polarization. These are the last days. What time is it? Okay. These are the last days. So just remember these things. Everything now is polarization. What I mean by that is that everything is forcing people to choose sides and fight on everything. It don't matter. I don't care what it is. Like, you can't have two teams that you cheer for. You got to choose one, so that every weekend you got these people that are fighting each other. I mean, literally, arguing and fussing and fighting because one team against the other. And then you have politically, you got family members and people won't even talk because somebody say they are a Democrat and another person say they are reptilian. And then the demons and the reptilians, they don't talk. So it's polarization. And then you have in the Middle East, you got the people that are for the Ishis, and then you got the people who's for the Palestinians. So now you got that going on. And then when you look into the European nations, then you got people who are 100% behind Putin, and you got people that are 100% behind Russia. So you got this polarization. Everything is polarized. You gotta choose sides on every single thing. Who's the best singer? Who's the best player? Who's the best artist? Who's the best rapper? You can't have to. Everything is polarization. And understand something. It's divide and conquer. It's all by design. But there's a deeper, more satanic, hideous, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very fiendish plot going on. And the idea is we have moved in the Revelation, we've moved to the time where the whore that sits upon many waters, which is, we found out that's Rome, and it's the Roman Empire that's divided, which is divided into military might, the European Union, and all that kind of stuff, and religion. So there does come a time, listen, there comes a time when the, one second.